and gentlemen. What's going on? Fun times here. I know the air conditioning is running right now, so I apologize. Let me make sure you can hear me. Make sure you tell me you can hear me. Oh, yes. We got a lot of people, a lot of awesome people on. John, you're here. Good. There's about a 20-second delay. It's kind of weird. 20-second delay between what I'm doing, what I'm seeing here, what I'm seeing there, and what I'm seeing there. It's kind of crazy. So anyway, I'm going to try to get the air conditioning turned off. And yeah, I mean, like we've gone like, I mean, we're like next level where like we can actually hear each other and all kinds of stuff. It is kind of a fun process. I'll get better at it. It just takes time. Sandy Amphitheater about 8 years ago. Great show also. Oh, the identical. That's cool. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, so we got a lot to kind of dive into tonight. This is perhaps one of the busier times of the year for me with Elvis Explosion. And it's a little different. Ronnie Craig, it's Ronnie Craig's Elvis Explosion. So, you know, Ronnie's the man in charge. And I love Ronnie, and he's awesome. He's old school, though, so sometimes we kind of run into communication errors and things like that. But and it's fine. But sometimes it just makes the path a little, you know, instead of here, we just do this. So, and, you know, we're like counting down here. 0 hour is right around the corner. So there's a lot of things I have to get done before I leave. I'll be leaving on Wednesday. Kate, I can't believe you're not coming to the lacrosse. Jill, Ronnie is awesome. And yeah, so the bottom line is there's just there's a lot on my plate, and I wouldn't want it to be any other way. Don't get me wrong. So it's just one of those things. When you're in it, you're in it, and I am in it. Are you going to be? I still don't know how to say your name, Miss Schaefer. Merrill's. We got to figure that out. I'm assuming you're going to be there, though, at Elvis Explosion. You normally are. Are you going to be there? Let me know. So we had a little interesting situation pop up today. Unfortunately, one of our judges came down with COVID and will not be able to attend. And it's a shame because Rhonda Connolly is a staple at Elvis Explosion, and she is our connection with St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital, which is awesome. Like, you know, you can get really caught up in what you're doing. And you know, like, I think it's human nature. We all tend to be like, hey, I'm concerned about what's going on around me. And I've got a lot going on right now around me. So my focus is kind of that. And sometimes we forget to look outside of our little bubble and realize that there's other things going on. Well, Rhonda has been a judge for years, and she is an awesome lady. And she is our connection with, like I said, St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. If you know anything about that, it's powerful. When I was with the identical, Blake Rain had the opportunity to take a VIP tour of St. Jude's Children's Hospital. And let me tell you, man, if you walk out of there without a tear in your eye, there's something wrong with you. But yeah, so, okay. And Maryl's, Marlys. That's like cheating in Scrabble, it seems like. but I'm going to figure out how to say your name in lacrosse. And yeah, so so Lori, that's the news I had for you. And I think that we've already got replacement judges that have judged in the past. No big deal. No big deal at all. We're going to get this covered. Just, got to do some things on my end, change up some things. We need new judges and pictures and profiles for the program. And me trying to get ahead, I've already got all the judges' score sheets printed out, so I need to redo some of those. And it's okay. Yeah, I did. Yeah. What's his name? What's his name? Joe, I met a rapper. What's his name? Rick Rubin. No, is it Rick Rubin? I forget the guy's name. I think it was Rick Rubin. Anyways, he was on the tour too, and it was kind of St. Jude's Hospital. And, it was kind of cool. He was there with his whole crew, and he had sunglasses on. And I said, man, it's a good thing you got sunglasses on. He goes, why is that? And I was like, get you choked up. And he goes, for real. And I said, for real. And he goes, for real. And I said, for real. And he said, for real. Yeah. No, it wasn't Vanilla Ice, John. Gosh. Yeah, Rick Rubin. So anyways, yeah. Anyway, we got some other judges coming in. One, possibly two. And then, of course, Lori is a judge who you see there. Lori is a judge, along with Mr. Palmer, who is a television executive in lacrosse. And then we've got Pete Wilcox. And if you don't know anything about Pete, you will. It's got a resume, man. If you remember Happy Days, he was the sound of Elvis on Fonzie's Jukebox. And he did a number of things. He's been in a number of television shows from ER, Elf. I can't even remember them all, but he's been around for a while. He was with Legends in Concert in Vegas for many years. So he's awesome. And yeah, John is always the comedian, Kate. Thank you. But anyway, we're just dealing with that. So Lori, I was going to say, how do you, what this, I'm just asking Lori because Lori is on here and she's a judge. All right. We'll have 4 to 5 judges. Lori, since you tune into the Ryan Files and I might be able to make things happen, where would you like to sit in the judging? If you have seat, let's say we have 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Lori, where would you like to sit? And who would you like to be on your right or left, or maybe just on your right or left because you're on the end? Going to give you an opportunity right now, Lori, to pick your seat. Let me know. Am I going to do any more movies? That door is never closed, but it's also not something that I would do willy-nilly, understanding that my experience allowed me to understand Hollywood. And there's a lot of things about that I'm just not comfortable with. That's all I've got to say about that. Anyway, so last week's episode, obviously, I find myself trying to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. That is the essence of this time of year for me. So it helps me to be able to turn an episode into a actual real thing that has to happen, meaning the song selections. And, listen, some people are going to be greatly interested in that, and some people don't care. There was a comment by someone who watches the Ryan Files and doesn't have, could care less about Elvis or any of that stuff. And it was just like, I don't care about any fake Elvises. Well, and I get that. That's a fair assessment and fair comment to make. But I also believe that that person has never experienced an event firsthand, like Elvis Explosion or the Branson Elvis Festival or a number of others. It's a cool thing. So, you know, that's all. I'm not going to tell someone that they're out of their mind for thinking that. And I know that it was kind of a blah 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 episode. But we're going to get back to some really cool stuff. I'm working right now on editing next week's episode, which is very interesting. Give you a little heads up. And if you'd like, you can just Google this. I will have this eventually. I'll probably put it up. On my Patreon site, kind of free for everyone. It's it's a public document, but just an easy way to access it on my Patreon site, where if you just sign up for free, you can download it easily. But the document is a declassified document. Declassified in 2003. The original document was submitted June 9th of 1983, and it is about something called I'm losing my mind. We'll get back to that. The gateway process. Thank you. Oh my God, I'm losing my mind. We got an entire episode about the gateway process, and I can't even remember what it is. So yeah, how about seat number one either way? So you want to be on an end, Lori? Is that correct? What'd you say? I'm bringing a friend with me who has never been to an Elvis event before. Yeah, she's in for a fun time. Your hair is fire. Is my hair fire? I don't know. Thank you, Sylvie. I don't know what that means. But anyways, yeah, it's called the gateway process. Oh, there's Jason Parks. God bless him. No shame. We all get old. Yep. All right. I'm still waiting for the mesh. Yeah, all shook up. Yeah. Boy, I tell you what, John, there's a lot of stuff out there. If I could do half the stuff I wish I could do, I'd be amazing. But anyway, John Jeffords. Yeah, Lori. Okay, if you're facing the stage, let me ask you this, Lori. Would you rather be on the right side of the table or the left side of the table? Go. And then, oh, thank you, Sylvie. I appreciate the compliment. John Jeffords. You have texted me, and I'm sorry for not getting back. I am uber busy. I might need your help during a few portions of the live stream where I actually have to leave the live stream and go and perform on stage, and then I can come back and run the live stream. All that would require is you to control a joystick, a follow camera joystick. And I don't know if you're qualified to do that. Being an engineer and all, it might challenge you, but I might ask you to give me a hand in that. And if you can, that would be awesome. Hey, Sheila, how you doing? Lori, what'd you say? Right or left side facing the stage? So from your perspective, right or left side of the table, let me know. And do you have a preference on who you sit by? Oh, that could be interesting. Yeah, so the gateway process is next week's episode. Very interesting. And I will have on Patreon, if you go join for free, you'll be able to download that document. It's like 29-page document. And man, it gets deep. Okay, so you want to be on the right side, Lori. I'm going to call you whatever the number of judges is. You'll be the last one on the right side because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, cool. And who do you want to sit by, Lori? That's another good question. Let me know the dates and I'll be there. John, are you not going to be there the whole weekend? Am I wrong? I thought you were going to be there the whole weekend. I don't know. Are you? Because if you are, it would be Friday night. No, nothing on Friday. It would be Saturday for the matinee, headline matinee show. At the very beginning, the semifinal round 2 on Saturday night, the gospel show Sunday morning at the very beginning, and maybe just briefly on right before the finals. Okay, yeah, you're going to be there, John. Okay, good. So Lori's on the right. John's going to be there and help me out with a joystick. Sheila wants to be a judge next year, and by God, Joan Hodgson is from western Wisconsin. Well, Joan, are you coming to Elvis Explosion? You're already in western Wisconsin. I mean, come on. And Heather, yes, you should be there. You should be there. I'm trying to figure out exactly what we're going to do. I've already thrown it out there. I know Chris, and I'm comfortable. Okay, Chris, perfect. So Chris will be 3 and you'll be 4, or Chris will be 4 and you'll be 5. Perfect. Yeah, Chris Palmer's awesome. He's a good dude. Yeah. So we're going to do something. We're trying to plan something on Friday night for the Friday night mic drop live, using the same cameras, audio, and whatnot that I have for the live stream, but we'll just live stream it to YouTube instead of to Vimeo like we do. Hey, April, how you doing? And, maybe it won't be that long or anything, but it'll just be us talking and hanging out, and people who came out to Elvis Explosion who also are into the Ryan Files. So that's a week from today after semifinal round 1. We won't take too long because I know everyone wants to get to the after parties and have fun and whatnot, but set it up and let's have some fun and throw it out there for everyone who's not there that wants to watch. You don't have to watch live if you can't make it, just watch later on. But I'm assuming it'll probably be 10-ish, no later than 11 Central Time. That's what I'm assuming. We'll see. Yeah, so that's it. The other thing that I need to do before I pack up and leave, I still haven't got all of the live streaming stuff, gear configured yet. Like I said, smaller package this year, ability to just simplify it, but higher quality. So that's what I'm working on. And there's a couple things I have to test. Obviously, I have to redo the program now that we've got some different judges coming in and whatnot, and redo the score sheets. And there's just, there's little things here and there. I am happy, though, that the band has got the songs and they're working on that stuff. It's going to be awesome. The shows are all, ready, set. So that's a big deal. And just got to make sure we got Jeff and his team, Jeff King and his team with the scoring, taking care of anything they need. Ronnie's been awesome along the way. So there's a lot of work that goes into Elvis Explosion, and 29 Elvi. It's certainly like herding cats, which is awesome. That's awesome. Sheila wearing her "Are You Not Curious" shirt tomorrow. Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect. And Margaret, I saw that you did get the live stream. Thank you so much. If you can't make it, get the live stream. That support is certainly cool and awesome and helps, and thank you. Yeah, that's about it. But the other big thing I have to do between now and I leave Wednesday morning, and I want to leave. Yeah, Jason, everyone's good to go except for you, who you're playing like what, first cowbell and xylophone, I think, right? I heard that that's kind of the weakest part of the band right now is cowbell and first xylophone. Is that correct? Jason Park's part of the band. Yeah. If you hear like a really bad cowbell or xylophone, I would say it's probably Jason Park's fault. Yeah. So I'll bring the rest of the cards I have. I don't know if I can get a new batch before then, but I'll have them. And anybody that's interested in merch, I'm just going to bring the merch I have. And obviously the shipping is what's ridiculous this day and age. So if you want anything, yeah, if I know who you are and you're part of one of our awesome people who agents or whatever, then I'll give you a real good deal, and all that. So, yeah, and this will by the way, for people who aren't familiar, I used to be set up by the stage, house right, stage left. That will not be the case this year. I will be back by the sound booth this year. So, and I hope that makes everything a little bit better audio wise for the live stream, as well as just, maybe a little easier way of facilitating everything that I've got going on. So yes, Jason Parks, part of the Change of Habit band. Nobody thinks I'm funny because they realize just how bad your cowbell and xylophone are. It's not funny. Lori's flying out Wednesday. I'll be there Wednesday night. Now I'm going to, and I still haven't got to it, but John Jeffords mentioned about stopping by the Field of Dreams. I would do that on my way up and try to go through and videotape that, and then make the remainder of the trip in, getting there Wednesday night, probably late. Heather Antos passed out in Atlantic City. That's all I could see. That's Heather Antos passed out in Atlantic City. That's all I read there. Yeah, Linda, get the live stream. Don't forget to bring the White Sox baseball hat and your shoes. You don't want to be shoeless. No, I do want to be shoeless. And I'm going to wear a shirt that just says Joe on it. Yeah, I got to get more cards. So, trying to think if there's anything else. Oh yeah. So one of the big things I do need to do before I leave, and this is crazy, but I don't have an option. I have to figure out another episode and try to get it at least recorded before I leave Wednesday morning. And it probably needs to be short because I won't have a lot of time to edit and everything else. But I do have a fascinating. Yeah, I'll bring the Liar's Dice, Jason. Jason's really good at Liar's Dice because it requires lying. Anyway, yeah, I've got an idea for another episode that I'm going to research tonight, and boy, it'd be awesome if I could get it recorded by Sunday at least. And but it has something to do with cathode ray tubes, which yeah. Listen, I do need to do an episode on cats, my kitty cats in particular, and cats in general, but it would just take too much time to do it and do it justice and do it right. So, yeah. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to talk to you about. A lot of people reached out like on the DL and was like, hey, what's going on? You said you had some news, something going on personal in your life. And I do. I do. And it will come into play immediately, or not immediately, but within a week after Elvis explosion. Something in my life, pretty big deal, which I will share with everyone at the appropriate time. But yeah, there's something big on my plate coming up. So that's about it, man. I appreciate you guys coming in. Yeah, Diane loves her some Liar's Dice. Hey, maybe we get together as a group. That would be awesome, actually. I could teach all the filers out there how to play Liar's Dice, and we could get a big round table and play a big old game of Liar's Dice. That would be fun. But Jason would not be included because he'd be too busy rehearsing his cowbell and xylophone, because we really need him to elevate this year. So, I think that's it. I think that's it. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you. I've got a recipe and all that stuff. They're awesome. So, anyway, yeah, I'll be there Wednesday night, and I'll see you all soon. I appreciate you guys so much. Yeah, feel free to reach out. You can email me. If you haven't, or if you know anybody that wants to watch Elvis Explosion, please get the live stream. Just go to kingexplosion.com. Check it out. If you're from Western Wisconsin, like I think it was Joan earlier. Yeah, Joan. Come out to Elvis Explosion. It's a fun time, man. You don't have to be an Elvis fan. Just sit back and watch the spectacle because it is awesome. 29 contestants from all over the world. It's going to be amazing. That's about it. So cheers, y'all. Have a great Friday night. Have a great weekend, holiday weekend. Enjoy it. And we will all meet up again very shortly in La Crosse, Wisconsin. And be amazing. Until then, stay curious.